Look here, not here.
Ah, my lady, I am well acquainted with the Globe. Theater.
Well, I was just going to do my job over here.
Aye, and pray tell, what be that?
Well, I'll be feeding a few children, one right after the other. You may watch if you like.
I see. What be the goings-on of this town and of its people? Such a fine place I have found it to be thus far.
Dost thou enjoy the indoor garden?
Aye, 'tis most exquisite.
Here we have some small pieces of grass that cats love to eat upon.
Indeed.
And dost thou notice the little animals that are strewn upon the various dahlias and poppies?
Aye, I see them.
And you see all these children, they're not mine. Not any one of them.
For the animals are my charge. I am the house veterinarian.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Lady Dr. Felina.
Ladies, these are all quite interesting factoids thou hast shared with me, but allow me to, if I may be somewhat forward, why not share with me the gossip of the locality?
Oh, I'll tell you.
Ah!
Well,
Who dost thou love? What be of your interests?
well, I love you right now.
Ah.
And she's going to try to take over the queen. She's going to kill her. Yeah. Yeah.
Be she not the sister of the queen?
She is. And she wants to be queen. That's okay, right?
Oh, this is incredible news. Does the queen have any suspicion?
No, she can't.
And be that the king?
Yes.
Ah!
What thou lack in boobage, thou make up for in chatter.
Your Majesty.
Thy king being present. Ah, very well, very well. I must say, my lady,
Yes.
the drink with which ye hath given me allows me to feel far more vigorous. I feel youthful. I feel vibrant. I feel enlightened as though Apollo himself is carrying me upon his shoulders.
My lord, if Apollo were here, indeed, I would say this is he. He shines like a glorious male physique.
For I have never felt as wondrous as I do now. It is by thy own hands.
I shall ask for the equestrian to gather the horses for a match later.
I ask you the question. Come be by my side in good health and in good faith. And perhaps, nay, I mustn't. Shame upon my head for even thinking of such a thought. But I must.
Stay thee not thy words.
But I must confess, upon seeing thine eyes, I know it in my heart that the true path is with thee. And I know that my words are burning a hole through righteousness as I speak them right now.
My lord.
I love thee.
I love thee too. I love thee. I wish to stand next to thee as queen. Excuse me.
I so wish it for this as well. But knowest that the laws are written.
Indeed, the eldest daughter,
Aye.
as long as she lives, shall be the queen.
Knowest that even though you be the sister of my queen, I have not seen thee very much, and that is to my regret. But knowest that I love thee, and perchance there come a time that we can break such laws and express thy love with each other.
Nothing would make me happier, my lord. This is my one dream, to stand next to thee.
As is mine.
I shall give you this rose.
A flower from a flower. Until we meet again, I must go to my duties. Forgive the intrusion.
Ask not forgiveness from your lowly subjects, my lord.
I
Lowly
trust
beasts.
thou did not hear a word of our conversation.
Nay, tending to the garden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dear Mary Beth, if one were to, by chance, be in need of a royal veterinarian to deal with horses who may be injured in a wrestling match, not that that would come up for you, but if it does, I would very much like to be the royal veterinarian.
Lady Felina, Lady Doctor Felina, if this were to come of fruition, what folly that is. Of course, thou is my first choice. For I trust all my animals with thee. In fact, I give to thee my most precious cat, my most beloved little tiny cat, William. William was but a kitten when he came to me. I did nurse him to health, and I give him to thee as a sign of kindness and a good gesture. He waits in the barn with the chickens.
I shall, with all my heart and soul, take thy little William, may I call him Bill? Take my little Bill, and I will feed him and nurse him in sickness and in health.
And just for the record, I don't do cats.
My dear friend did teach me how to do this wet nurse situation with this William.
Well,
Small kitten it be, but a suckler he was.
oh, well, I'm on my way.
Dear friends, I must go to the chicken coop to make sure that William is in good hands with Lady Felina. I leave you here. I shall return.
I'm very happy for you.
Happy for me? For what could thou be as happy for?
You will soon be queen.
Speak not those words out loud.
I speak them just to you. I told him, but just to you.
Trust me with my life, dear friend.
Trust me, please, and him now.
William, not a word.
Not a word, just
Nothing.
I'm going to tell him right away again, but
Of course not.
Right.
You would never.
No, I wouldn't. You can trust me.
I do trust you with everything, and I trust that you would keep that a secret.
It is a secret.
Farewell. I shall check on my William.
I feel most privileged that thou hast chosen to share such great confidences with me, my lady.
I really don't like to tell secrets, but you have an honest face.
Your Majesty.
Hi, the wet nurse. I came upon the end of thy sentence. Secrets, thou hast a secret. I love secrets, do tell.
Well, he was just telling me about how he's going to have a number of children, and I'm going to nurse them for him.
Oh, that's not a very salacious secret. Tell me another, please. I long for a secret.
Very well. In our midst, at this very moment, is a man of such legendary talent. Can't I trust thee to keep thy lips tightened about what which I am about to tell thee?
A vault am I.
Your Majesty, surprise! William Shakespeare is in this town.
Nay,
Aye, working on his very next play.
the immortal bard.
Indeed. And he has promised to me the starring role in his next play should I help him gather information for which he can use to write his plot.
Oh, I love the plot of Hamlet. One sibling betraying another for the regency and kingdom. Oh!
And do you know how when you picture somebody, when you're reading about them, he doesn't look at all like what I picture. But you'll love him, right? William Shakespeare.
Aye, but please, act not like he is who he is, for he has wished to remain anonymous. If thou dost see someone who thou dost suspect to be the bard, please, play along with his ruse and allow him to act as however he would act.
Orlando!
Hello, Orlando.
Orlando.
My queen.
Lovely to see thee again. Thou art flat, thou art not growing thy belly. Thou art pregnant.
My gracious wife and I, we are.
I came upon this, well, my sister's home here, and I find her not here. I just came after smelling like goats now. And I came upon these two lovely folks. But I shall be away until I see my sister again. And yet, I do love secrets, and I will keep thy secrets. And just thou shalt hear of anything more, please do tell.
I shall share with you.
I shall bid you adieu.
That does remind me of someone.
Oh, nonsense.
Thou art quite artistic, thy flair.
'Tis from my mother, 'twas a ballerina.
Ah.
Horatio,
Aye.
I see upon thy visage that sickly look of love. Tell me, thou hast not allowed thy heart to ope to that wet nurse.
I confess it, for I did secretly in chamber in my heart a desire that she could join me in your next play as my leading lady.
Horatio, when thy mind is addled with love, thy lips keep not their lock. Thou didst not divulge my presence or my secret, did thee?
No! Yes!
Thou
Not entirely, for I did confess to the queen, who was hot for gossip, and yet there was another secret with which I could not share with her. So I did give her a partial truth that William Shakespeare was in this very town, but I did not present you as the identity to which you truly are.
Thou fool, thou shalt precipitate the climax!
Ugh. It happens to lots of guys.
Horatio, thou must thy heart keep locked against the womanish wiles of love, as I do with my sweet wife. I am merely using her, as doth a carpenter a hammer to build a shed. We canst not allow our hearts to distract us from this purpose.
Aye, but wouldst thou clarify for me? I know that this marriage to your wife is but a ruse as you work on your next play, but what of your former relationship with the wet nurse Gilda? For didst you not know her in a former life?
Aye, 'tis complicated. Upon all of that, I am married in Stratford-upon-Avon.
Then how dost thou feel about my newfound romantic feelings toward Gilda?
Listen carefully,
Aye.
sot. Thou must forsake her. Thou must keep thy mind upon only that which matters, the theater. The theater.
My lord, then, to that end, I have good news for thee, for I have confirmed thy suspicions that the sister of the queen does indeed intend to see her off. And the sister's hand to the king shall be wed, for the king has returned the infatuation back to his sister-in-law.
Ah, Horatio, now we must implant the seed of suspicion within the queen, so that into a fertile tree it shall grow, and thus our play shall branch.
Thou hast such a way with words.
The goats. I was chasing the goats. Did thou see a goat?
In a manner of speaking, your majesty, for before thou didst arrive, forgive me, but your sister was here, and I didst, under her breath, hear her muttering something most confusing and concerning.
Say more.
My lady, pray, sit thee down, and hear this tale of deep intrigue and immortal woe, for knowest thou, thy sister plots against thy life, to usurp thy place in your husband's heart, and to ascend to your throne.
Lies.
Nay.
Thou speakest lies.
Nay, I tell you from the bottom of my heart this be true. Thou must be ever wary and ever on thy guard.
Oh, that explains some things.
Aye, tell me what in the form of a monologue.
That explains 1 year it has been that she has been visiting me.
Please, my lady, allow me to, through the wonder of motion, act out your monologue as you can.
Every Sunday even for 1 year now.
Nay,
She
saw
does-
not the air with thy hands thusly. Keep thy hands implanted upon thy breast, and thus the sternum shall project thy meaning.
Orlando, what is thy profession?
What?
Thy profession?
My profession?
I.
Tinker bee.
Thou art quite adept at the arts.
Aye, 'twas my
Thy
mother.
mother, the ballerina.
And an actor.
Ah.
Pray, continue.
Okay, me Sunday even crawl into my bedchamber while I be asleep, and present me with a porridge she claims to have made herself. And yet, each time I would eat this porridge, shortly after I would run myself to the privies. After having completed my duties, I would return, ashen. And yet she would regale me with such lovely stories from our childhood that I would forgive her and lay those suspicions deep down inside of me. My suspicions, they have been here for some time now. You may stop. There be more, but this explains some things.
Yes. My queen!
Thou holdest the back of my sister?
Nay.
Nay, thy sister were merely, assisting my amanuensis.
Amanuensis, I shall use that word.
Indeed, he hath daily amanuensis.
Permit me one moment to consult with these two gentlemen over here. Shall I pretend to not know? What be the benefit?
Nay.
Advise me.
I say confront them hard and strong to see what fireworks doth emit from such a confrontation.
What be this?
A louse thou art! A dumb flea thou art! A heavy cow patty thou art!
How is that thou hast the nerve to speak to thy king in this tone?
Nerve! You betray me, thou art a shrew. Nay, don't run.
I never run. I wrestle horses.
I don't think I'll put that in the play.
My sister, didst thou just stamp thy foot upon my floor?
I did. What would thou say? I am the queen. Oh, wait. How long before thou wilt slash my throat, or will it be more porridge? Nay, perchance some poison in mine ear.
Wait, what is the word that you speak? Slash thy throat. Is it thy will to inflict pain upon the queen?
How else will she become queen?
Nay, this be not my intention, my queen. This be
The
treacherous.
law before God. The law before God is that we must marry and stay wed until one of us dies. She will betray me and kill me.
Kill.
Nay,
This be not the words with which we have spoken. Thou hast lied to me.
nay, you have spoken, thou betrayest me,
Nay.
thou louse, thou
Yes.
everything.
I admit, for I had a moment of weakness in my ailment, be it that my judgment had been clouded by my pain. But knowest this, fair queen, that I ask for thy forgiveness, and thou shalt never enter foot upon my kingdom again.
My friend, this play shall reek of crime and death, and shall be better than Macbeth.